Okay, today we're going to go over linear composition of functions. So you will need a paper and a pencil out. This is day 2, so I'd write day 2. So write day 2. So the objectives is to be able to demonstrate application of composition of functions by performing composition of functions to write new functions, and then to be able to write to describe the steps to find composition of functions using the stem. First you plug blank into blank, then you blank. So for most of these, I'll provide you with that stem. So I want to first talk about notation here. So when we talk about composition of functions, we have two common notations that are used. The first one is this first notation where you have f with an open circle, then g of x. So the way that this is read is f of g of x, f of g of x. And actually, this is how both of these are read. So what this means is that we're going to plug g of x into f. But that's kind of this notation, this first notation is kind of weird notation. So the notation over here, this notation on the right, f of g of x with all those parentheses, this is a notation that I'm going to use. So if I see the notation on the left-hand side, I'm always going to rewrite it so that I can see this notation. It's a lot clearer to use. So what this says is you're going to do g of x first. In other words, you're going to take g of x and you're going to plug it in. So you're going to plug g of x into f of x. So I want you to recall what we did at the beginning of the year. We did what we called evaluating functions. Remember, like let's say we had f of x was equal to 2x minus 8. And then we said, okay, find f of 3. So remember, to do that, remember, anywhere that there was an x, you plugged in the 3. So we said 2 times 3 minus 8. And then we said, oh, we can simplify it on the right side there. This would be f of 3 equals 2 times 3 is 6 minus 8. So this would say f of 3 is negative 2. And we said that, okay, what we plugged in, our x value was our input, and then the value on the right, that was our output, that was our y value, right? So this is what we did at the beginning, very beginning of the year. Now we can do the same thing. We can plug in values for x, but this time the values that we're plugging in for x are not numbers necessarily, they could be functions. So let me show you an example of a composition of functions. So here I did provide the stem for you. So I defined 4 functions up there. We're only going to use 2 of them. So it says f of x equals 2x minus 8, g of x equals 3x, h of x equals x divided by 2, and j of x equals 4. So those are the 4 functions. The problem is asking me to do this right here. So they want me to do f of h of x. So this isn't that nice notation that I showed you earlier. So since this is nice notation, h of x, I'm going to do this. I'm going to plug h of x into f. So first you plug h of x into f of x. Then you're going to simplify. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and write my f of x function out. So f of x equals 2x minus 8. And I'm going to first plug h of x into f of x. So in here, so instead of having an x, I'm going to have h of x. So I'm just going to substitute that in everywhere that I see an x. So there's 2 x's. There's the f of x one, so this is going to be f of h of x. And then there's the one on the other side with the 2. So 2 times h of x minus 8. Well, we know what h of x is. Let me go ahead and write that up here. H of x So I'm just going to squeeze it in up here. H of x equals x divided by 2. So that's what I'm going to plug in here for my h of x. So I'm just going to substitute in my h of x. So instead of writing h of x, I'm going to say f of x divided by 2 equals 2 times x divided by 2 minus 8. So I just substituted in my h of x. So we can simplify on the right side now. So the left side stays x divided by 2. And on the right side, those 2's cancel. So those 2's cancel. So I'm left with x minus 8. So your answer for that one is x minus 8. So let's try another one. So this one says f of j of x. So again, this is written in that nice notation that I like. So I'm going to keep it. So it says f of j of x. So you're going to plug this function into that function. So we're going to plug j of x into f of x, and then we're going to simplify. So here's my f of x function. F of x is 2x minus 8. And then I'm going to write j of x down here just so I have it. So j of x is 4. And I want to do f of j of x. So f of j of x so remember, anywhere that there's an x, I'm going to put j of x. So for f of j of x, I'm going to have 2 times j of x minus 8. So in my original function, f of x, anywhere that there was a j of x, anywhere that there was an x, I'm putting j of x. So we know what j of x is. J of x is 4. So I can rewrite this as f of 4 equals 2 times 4 minus 8. So we can simplify the right side. So f of 4, 2 times 4 is 8, minus 8. So this is f of 4 equals 0. So, and again, this one's actually ended up being similar to the ones that we did at the beginning of the year, because we ended up just plugging in a number in for j of x. So this ended up being very similar to how we evaluated at the beginning of the year. So we ended up having our input was 4 and our output is 0. But the interesting thing is that our input came from the j of x function. So you have f of 4 equals 0. Next example, so this is again written in the notation that we like. So f of h of 10. So we're going to do, so notice now they changed it on you. So this is now h of 10. So this doesn't say h of x. So we have to do this h of 10 first, and then we can plug it in. So first we're going to plug in 10 to our h of x function. Then you're going to plug that answer into the f of x function. So here's how that one would look. So h of x equals x divided by 2. Plug in 10 for x. So h of 10 equals 10 divided by 2. That means h of 10 is 5. So there, I did that first part. I plugged 10 in for h of x, and I got 5. Now I'm going to plug that answer into f of x. So I'm going to write f of x equals 2x minus 8. And I'm going to do f of h of 10. So anywhere that there's an x, I'm going to put h of 10. So 2 times h of 10 minus 8. So just like we evaluated at the beginning of the year, we're still doing it the same way. So we're just plugging in now a function though. So here we're plugging in h of 10. Well, we know what h of 10 is. We just found h of 10. It's 5. So we're going to replace this and we're going to say this is f of 5 equals 2 times 5 minus 8. So this is f of 5 equals 10 minus 8, which means f of 5 equals 2. So go ahead and pause if you need to copy that down. So I want you to try this example on your own. I will make this so you can see the one I just did. So take a minute, try that one on the right. Pause the video and try the one on the right. So hopefully you gave that one a try. If you have questions on that one, please make sure you contact me. So this next one, I'm just going to leave it so you can see 2 pages at once. So this next one, f of x equals 2x minus 8, g of x equals 3x, h of x equals x divided by 2, and j of x equals 4. So this is the notation that I don't really like because it's written as h of f of x, and it's not written in that nice notation. So I'm just going to say that this is equal to h of f of x. So I'm just rewriting it in that better notation. So first you're going to do the inside. So first we're going to do f of x. So first you plug f of x into h of x, because h is on the outside. So we're plugging f of x into h of x. Then you simplify. So I'm going to write down my h of x function. So h of x equals x divided by 2. And then remember, you're substituting f of x into h of x. So anywhere that we see the x, we're going to put f of x. So this is going to say h of f of x equals f of x divided by 2. So I just plugged in my f of x. Everywhere that there was an x, I plugged in my f of x. But we know what f of x is. We could actually put f of x in there. We defined f of x to be 2x minus 8. So let's go ahead and plug that in there. So this will say h, instead of f of x, we know that that's 2x minus 8. So this is going to equal, again, instead of writing f of x, we're going to write 2x minus 8 all divided by 2. And now let's simplify this. So this is going to simplify. So we could rewrite this as h of 2x minus 8 equals 2x divided by 2. And then the other one, negative 8 divided by 2. So simplify this. So h of 2x minus 8 equals, those 2's cancel, so you get x. Or if you like, you can show it, it's 1x. And then 8 divided by 2 is 4, so this is 1x minus 4. So again, you don't have to show the 1 in front of the x if you don't want to. I want you to try the one on the right. Pause the video, give it a try. When you unpause it, I'll have worked that one out for you. So here is the solution for that one. So they wanted h of j of x, so I just rewrote it in that better notation. So first you plug j of x into h of x, then you simplify. So I have h of x equals x divided by 2. So h of j of x equals j of x divided by 2. We know what j of x is. It's 4. So we're going to say h of 4 equals 4 divided by 2. So h of 4 equals 2. The next example, I want you to try. So this example, give it a try. I didn't put the sentence stem on there, but I want you to give it a try. So f of g of x. So give that one a try. We'll go over that one during our live meet. So f of g of x. So f of x is 2x minus 8. G of x is 3x. So give that one a try. The last two problems, these two problems, so f of g of 5. So I'm going to rewrite this in the notation that we like. So I'm going to say this is f of g of 5. So this is the good notation that we want to use. So first you're going to plug 5 into g of x, because the 5 is in there with the g. Then you're going to plug this answer into f of x. So let's do g of x first. So g of x equals 3x. Now we're going to plug 5 into g of x. So g of 5 equals 3 times 5. So g of 5, 3 times 5 is 15. Is 15. Now we're going to plug that into f of x. So here's my f of x. F of x equals 2x minus 8. But I want to say I want to say this. I want to say f of g of 5. So I'm going to say f of g of 5 So I'm substituting that in for x. So anywhere that there I see an x, I had to put g of 5. So it's going to say 2 times g of 5, and then minus 8. We know what g of 5 is. We just found that. G of 5, whoops. G of 5 is 15. So we're going to say f of 15 equals 2 times 15 minus 8. And then from there, we're just simplifying everything on the right side. So f of 15 equals 30 minus 8. So f of 15 is 22. So I'm going to leave this one up there. I want you to try the one here on the right. So pause the video, give that one a try. So hopefully you paused the video, tried the one on the right. If you have questions, again, you can ask me through email, Google Classroom, or Remind. So I want one more question. Is this very last question. So it says f of x is 2x and g of x is x divided by 2. So I'm going to change this to single page so we can see this whole question. So what you need to do is first find f of g of x. So this is part A. Part B, find g of f of x. So the first time you're going to plug g into f, the second time you're going to plug f into g. Like that. And then I want you to compare your answers to part A and B. So I want you to give this one a try. Again, if you have questions, please reach out to me through email, Remind, or Google Classroom. I'll be happy to help you.